Well, we spoke too soon. Let's talk about it.
Welcome to the Gastlecast. We're glad you're there. Sorry, you get the right time. We had an all-time high. Funkos, hot toys, and charms don't mind. Stick around, like, comment, and be sure to subscribe because life's a little better when you answer Chris and Heather. Hey, life's a little better when you answer Chris and Heather. Hey, life's a little better when you answer Chris and Heather. And remember, at these hallowed walls, we are together. Yes.
The other day when we were talking about the box of fun, we were super happy that none of the Freddy Funkos had been leaked yet.
Well, that didn't last very long. Nope. They're everywhere!
Now all the Freddy Funko news is piling up, and we have an idea of what we're going to be getting in our boxes of fun, which apparently have already shipped.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Hopefully they'll be here by the end of the week.
I'm kind of feeling like that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to make sure that these things show up by Fun Days, which is next Friday.
Yeah, which is very interesting because I don't remember 2019, but 2018, they literally put it up for sale as Fun Days was happening.
Exactly. Fun Days was going on, and then you had your opportunity to order the thing.
Last year, we got leaks super early. I would say like weeks to even possibly months before. It was weird. I remember seeing a picture taken really far away and you had to like zoom in and it was super blurry.
And it ruins like all of the mystery around these boxes. That's what I love so much about the very first box is that no one knew what was going to happen.
Nobody even knew what it was who was at home.
I think we all knew that it was a Fun Days box. I actually thought it was going to be the Fun Days box itself that were being given away at Fun Days. That's why I lost my mind the first year. But that wasn't it at all. They actually give you a brand new box. It's a box dedicated to those who are at home.
Yeah, like we've mentioned time and time again, at Fun Days you get the really super limited pieces, which is awesome because they make it special for the people who actually attend. But what's really cool is they make it special for us at home too, even if we don't attend.
And I like to have that specialness at home. I think it's fun because not everybody can make it to Fun Days. At least we have the opportunity to open up something that has Freddy Funko's face on it. And this year is bonkers. I can't believe what's happening with this box. Last year, they made all sorts of like artist series Freddys, and I think they finally heard all of our cries and moans that we did not want this. Now they're making them all Freddy Funko as characters that we know and love. And this is fantastic.
Well, so far.
So far. So we haven't seen like everything that's going to be coming in this box. And Heather's been doing her math and she's finding out that we might be seeing other characters aside from what we've seen already.
We will be seeing other characters, but depending on the piece counts would determine how many we're going to see.
So my thoughts were, we're not going to get Blacklight Funko Pops in this box. Instead, the characters we've seen already will be at Fun Days, but they'll be the Blacklight counterparts with very low numbers on them.
That is a really good guess, and I would imagine that if they do Blacklight Freddy Funkos, that's how it'll be done. I was really hoping for a couple Blacklight Freddy Funkos at the home box though, but I think it'll be cool for them to have it at Fun Days because it's Blacklight themed. So far, the only Blacklight we've seen at home, the mascots.
Yeah, and the 1,000 pieces are like metallic so far from what we've seen. There was a leak of a Fun Days Freddy Funko, and it's a Tron version, and it glows in the dark. So far, I think that's all we've seen.
That one's limited to 100 pieces, which is definitely not going to be at the at-home boxes for sure.
No, not at all. And it has the con sticker on it also, so it's a completely different thing. That at least gives us an idea that a Funko Pop that's going to be inside of this box of fun is showing up at Fun Days with a lower numbered variant.
And in this case, it's Glow.
Mandalorian, Carnage, Thor, these are characters that we've seen in these photos. I think that we're going to get Blacklight versions of all of those characters at Fun Days.
Okay, well, before we get too deep into this, let's talk about what we've actually seen and their piece counts. So this morning when I woke up, I was bombarded with a ton of pictures online. We have a 4K Batman, a 4K Carnage, a 4K Russell from Up, a 4K Mando, a 4K Snake Eyes, a 4K Circle Squid Games character, and a 4K Square Squid Games character, a 4K Tron, a 1K metallic Thor, and there is a bit of confusion, which we should not be surprised about. We saw a Han Solo that appears to be the exact same variant. One had a 3K sticker and one had a 4K sticker.
I'm not surprised though, this is typical Funko fashion. Something gets screwed up. For all we know, those two Funko Pops up close and personal might have a slight difference.
I feel like if they had a difference, it wouldn't be so close. I feel like it would be like 4K and 1K or 4K and 2K, not 4 and 3K.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
As of this recording, on Saturday, July 16th, we have seen either 40,000 or 41,000 Freddys, depending on what the actual count of that Han Solo Freddy is. If you do the math, we're getting 75,000 Freddys in total, which means that we still haven't seen 34 or 35,000 Freddy Funkos.
Wow, that's a lot.
And the reason being, of course, is the difference between the Han Solos, whether it's 3K or 4K, we're still not sure. But considering that 4K is the highest piece count that we've seen so far, we're getting at least 8 more Freddy variants,
wow,
if not more. My guess is, because we've seen a 1K metallic Thor, we're definitely going to see some more lower piece counts because so far, like I said, 4K has been the highest.
In past years, we have received 5K Freddy Funkos.
And 6K. I would say between 8 and 12 Freddy Funkos are still unknown.
I would assume that those 8 to 12 mainly are going to be different variations of what we've seen so far.
So my guess, actually, before it even popped up, was that we would see a lower count Glowtron. I literally wrote that down. And then all of a sudden you said, oh, look, here's a Glowtron.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I feel like if there's variants of these, we'll see a Glow Carnage.
I don't know about a Glow Carnage.
I think so. Because
Maybe?
I feel like Glow would really stand out against the black. A triangle Squid Games character.
I'm thinking, why would they only make 2 of the variants except for that one?
Yeah, 2 of the 3. I was also thinking either a metallic or chrome Mando. I'm leaning more towards chrome only because that's sort of like his thing. Remember the chrome Amazon Mando?
Oh, yeah, the chrome paint scheme. Oh,
Yeah.
that would be so sick if they did that.
Yeah, but the problem is he's not wearing his Beskar armor. He's wearing a different sort of armor.
Or they give us a Beskar armor variation of Mandalorian.
Possibly, but I was thinking his gun and his crown because they're both silver.
Okay, that's possible. And then there's also Snake Eyes. Did you mention that before?
Yeah, I mentioned Snake Eyes.
I would imagine they would do a metallic version of that.
That would be cool.
Metallic version of Snake Eyes would make sense to me.
It would. And my last prediction, since we're getting a Russell from Up, I think we're going to get a Carl.
That is possible. I never thought about that at all.
What if we got a Freddy Funko as Kevin?
That would be great, actually.
Could you imagine that bird?
Yeah, that'd be
with
great.
With a really skinny neck and then a big old Freddy Funko head?
Before we go any further, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that little bell. That way you'll know anytime we post new content, and we post every single day. Also, hit the like button so you can give us a little bit of love. That helps our video get seen by more people searching around on YouTube for Funko videos. One thing we noticed today is that they actually took off the box of fun from Funko.com. It's gone. It's gone.
Completely gone.
So we said there would be a restock, but at this point, I don't really know if there'll be a restock. It feels like they would do a restock only because a lot of people ordered from the same address, is my understanding.
Yeah, and people were getting cancellation emails.
Yeah, so there have to be some boxes out there that they have to still put up for sale. So maybe they took it off the website for right now, and then they're gonna pop it back up as like a surprise and sell some more, whatever's left over.
That would be very interesting.
And then you can have a chance at getting something, Heather. But this time, do me a favor. Follow my guidance, Heather. You don't follow my guidance enough, and I don't know how much I like that. If you just listen to me, you'll get places, baby.
One thing that I've seen on a lot of these posts on social media is that people are saying, oh, I hope I get the pop protectors because I really like that box. Just so you're aware, these boxes are going to be different. We've already seen a pop protector box and a Killer Crowns box with a Thor pop. The mascot doesn't necessarily mean you're getting that exact box that you've seen already.
So they're just completely random.
Oh, yeah.
So you're getting your mascot with randomized Freddy Funkos in there.
That is my guess. Now, in past years, we've seen sort of patterns. Remember with the Olympic Freddys, we saw like mostly Olympic stuff.
Yes, we did. I forgot about that.
Yeah. So with that being said, there might be a pattern to certain boxes, but they're not all going to look the exact same.
So if you and I bought Proto Robo boxes, we both wouldn't necessarily get exactly the same things in our boxes, but our boxes could be in the same chain link, I guess. Proto Robo box 1, 2, 3, or 4.
Exactly. And last year was very interesting. So last year's, they came in a shoe box and they actually had like a UPC code on them.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot about that.
And people were looking at the UPCs on these boxes, determining what was in each box.
So it's like coded, basically.
Yeah, so I'm curious if there's going to be anything like that this year, or if it's going to be similar to the Tiki year and the locker shocker year where there was nothing at all that told you what is going to be in that box.
I hope that it's more random, because if we start seeing people with the same exact boxes, that sort of bums me out, because now the mystery of the Freddy Funkos that you'll get, now that's already blown. But if you get a box, that's the same as somebody in the UK that they're posting their photos. Now you sort of already know what exactly you're getting. So I hope it's like super mystery. I hope it's super random. And I hope that I get that 1K Thor. That's all I'm saying. One thing I noticed in this box is that we do not have any horror characters.
So far.
And I'm hoping that we do, and I'm hoping what you're saying rings true. We do get a horror character with a bloody variant. We had that with Chucky from Child's Play years ago. I would love to have something like that with a Freddy Funko head in this particular box.
Oh yeah, it would be so cool to get like a Myers or Jason or something. Now,
exactly.
They have done some horror characters as Freddy Funko way back in the day. We have a Leatherface, we have a Freddy. I'm sure there's more that I'm not thinking of, but as we know, as Funko evolves, characters change. Like the first Captain America looks worlds different than the most current Captain America.
Absolutely. Things do change, yeah.
I brought this up actually on a forum, and a lot of people were saying, oh, well, we already have a Freddy Krueger, because I would love an updated Freddy Krueger variant, because...
How about Syringe Fingers Freddy?
Yeah. I mean, there's no way that I could obtain one of those Freddy Krueger Freddy Funkos.
There's no way in hell. They're so expensive, and they're also very rare.
If they came out with like a new mold, yes, it's not going to be the original, but I would still get one of my favorite characters of all time with a Freddy Funko head on it. In a moment, Chris and I are going to talk about secondary market pricing, but before we do that, I just wanted to remind you all that Chris and I own a company called Mischief Toys. Here's our character Ghastly, and so far we've released 2 variants of him, but we have so much more cool stuff coming your way, so make sure you sign up for our newsletter. Additionally, we have a brand new t-shirt on pre-order that is inspired by everyone's favorite Netflix TV show. Go and pre-order yours, because we are putting our order in early August, and you will never, ever see these printed again. So make sure you get yours before it's too late. MischiefToys.com.
And Heather totally didn't mention that we're bringing some super money fire to New York Comic Con. So if you're able to attend, make sure you hit our booth. More Mischief Toys information about New York Comic Con coming soon.
As I was scrolling around social media, I saw a lot of comments talking about, oh, well, these are 4,000 count. So even if we don't get them in the box, they should be obtainable. But keep in mind that 4,000 pieces is relatively low.
At first, it's not going to be as obtainable, and then there's going to be this sweet spot where you will be able to find this stuff at a pretty decent cost, but eventually it's going to jump through the roof, because that's how all this stuff typically works. It's when people sell high, and then when they can't sell high, then people start undercutting each other. Then it gets to like this flat line, and that's when people should be jumping on it, and then it'll spike again later on.
Exactly. Now, it depends on the character.
The characters that they chose for this particular box are fan favorite characters. We're talking about Thor, and Thor just had a film come out. We're talking about Mandalorian. Mandalorian has a new season coming up in February, and he's more popular than ever. The Batman from the newest Batman film, hugely popular with a lot of people. And of course, Squid Games, which was incredibly popular about a year ago, and they're bringing out a second season, and it's going to be bigger than ever. These are Funko Pops that people want. Last year, you opened your box and you could get an art series, an Olympic Freddy. Those were things nobody gave a shit about and nobody wanted, and it was laughable. This year, there's some heat in these boxes. When I woke up this morning to see all of these pictures that are being leaked everywhere and shared, I just couldn't even believe what I was seeing. I cannot believe that we're getting a Freddy Funko as Thor in a box like this. When you shared that photo with me at first, I thought that was something that was going to show up at Fun Days, not inside of a box of fun. We're talking A-list characters, and that is exciting, because if these boxes continue to produce this type of quality, we're going to get really great characters, just as the folks are at Fun Days. We're getting awesome shit. It's incredible. I cannot believe what's showing up in these boxes. Mandalorian and Thor really blows my mind, because I remember in years past we were getting Batman and Joker dressed up in like their surfing gear with their surfboards, and who the wants that?
That was in 2019. Batman was a 5,000 piece, Joker was a 2,000 piece. And Batman is currently going for right around $95, and Joker is $120. They are probably those prices because of the piece count, not because people love that design of pop. I mean, in my opinion, you would have to be a huge DC fan and someone who loves surfing to really give a about those. But then you had a 4,000 piece Freddy as Pennywise in 2018. That thing, the starting cost was like $175. And that's a 4,000 piece. Now it's worth like 500 something dollars.
Yeah, I was noticing that on the Funko app the other day because we have it.
Absolutely crazy. And that's a 4,000 piece. That is a popular character. 4,000 pieces, which is what we're seeing in most of these pops that have been leaked so far.
Yeah.
$500+. So my guess is with a character like Thor or Mandalorian, even Carnage, these prices are going to be crazy.
Hell yeah. And I'm just thinking right now off the top of my head, if you open your box up and you have Carnage, Thor, and Mandalorian, that is the best box you can get, hands down, out of all these in my opinion.
So far. What if they come up with something else to just completely blow?
I'll be honest, I don't know what they could do to top Thor, Carnage, and Mandalorian.
Captain America.
I mean, yeah.
Thanos
would be sick. But I still don't think you would top those three characters because they are so popular with fans. Carnage is super popular. And the reason why Carnage is so popular is because Freddy Venom was such a low quantity Funko Pop that was dropped at Fun Days years ago. To be able to get their hands on something that's like that in the same similar design is really exciting. People can actually get their hands on this, where Fredum or Freddy Venom, you can't get your hands on it unless you're going to spend like $8,000 to $10,000.
Oh no, he's up to like 20 plus.
Is he really?
Yeah. I think the last one I saw for sale was like $35,000 or $40,000.
Well, don't expect those type of prices, but I imagine out the gate, these Funko Pops, even the 4,000 counts, whatever Mandalorian is he 4,000?
Yeah.
He's still going to go, I would say, at least $100.
I would say more than that.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is going to be crazy. This is the craziest box of fun that they've ever done.
So far, before the box of fun has actually gotten into real collectors' hands, like people who have actually ordered its hands, we're seeing some sales on eBay.
Yeah, well, that's funny that you should say that because I have two that were posted in the Gastlecast We Hunt Together group on Facebook. You should totally go and join. It's a awesome group. But somebody posted that a Carnage sold. Now there's a line through $499. So I'm assuming that it's a little bit lower than that. My guess would be this sold for at least $400. Somebody offered a little bit less and somebody took it. And then also there's a Batman that sold for $399 plus $6.18 shipping. That is insane. People right now are willing to pay those types of prices because this is the first time we're seeing this. But as time goes on, these values will drop because there will be more flooding on the market. Over time, I think that Batman, Mando, Carnage, and Thor, any variant, any version that we get in this box, are going to be super popular and super valuable.
Yes, and it's so hard to predict prices on those particular ones especially. Chris and I speak out very often about FOMO prices. Don't pay FOMO prices. The Eddie from Target, for example, from Stranger Things.
Absolutely.
People were paying $200 for that thing.
$300.
$300?
Yeah, people were paying a lot of money for that thing.
Oh my gosh. $300 for a pop that's going to restock at Target. Keep in mind, when you go to Target, you typically see the same pop super duper deep on the shelf. That's what we're going to be seeing come fall time. But people are paying these high prices because they're like, oh, I love Eddie. Where's the pops? They're not here. Oh my gosh, I guess I'm gonna have to spend $200+ to get one. No, absolutely not. Don't pay that. But with the boxes of fun, who's to say that the starting prices aren't going to be the literal starting prices?
I know, the lowest. Yeah, I know.
There is a sweet spot, like you said. What we're gonna see initially is people on the West Coast getting their boxes because they're closer to the shipping hubs from Funko. So they're gonna be getting their boxes. They're going to be posting them for a ridiculous amount of money.
Absolutely.
Some are going to sell, but then they start inching their way closer and closer to the east. More people get their hands on boxes. More people have them. More people put them online, which means they start to undercut, like you said, and they drop a little bit. But then eventually they're going to go back up.
These very popular characters will hold a pretty decent value over time, but we still haven't seen everything, as Heather said. I mean, the 1,000 count Thor is amazing. That's one Funko Pop. I have to have that. One really cool thing that's going to happen right here on this channel, we're going to be unboxing boxes of fun with a bunch of our friends live. We're going to have a bunch of guests on. It's going to be a real blast. We'll give you more information about that particular live very, very soon. It could be as soon as next weekend. Depends on how quick these boxes arrive to all of our homes. Also, did you see that lion mascot under the black light?
Yeah.
That thing's badass.
It's so cool.
Yeah,
That's why
a
I
really
wanted
cool
that one. I like the pop protectors. After you mentioned the bandits, Silhouettes. I told you I didn't really like that one so much. I do like it. I think that one's gonna look probably the best under black light.
I think so too. I think that one's going to look really good. I don't know about Proto Robos. I'm hoping that it looks good under the black light since that's the one that we're getting. But I think that the mascots are going to be as equally as cool as the rest of the Funko Pops that we're getting. Maybe not in terms of value, but in terms of the way that they look. Thankfully, Funko hooked us up with mascots that do glow under the black light because this theme is black light. So at least we're getting something that's black light. But still, as Heather mentioned, we don't know if something's going to show up in these boxes and it will be black light. We don't know that yet.
No, we don't know it yet. I'm hoping something does. I just don't know.
I personally think that they're going to secure all the black light Funko Pops at Fun Days. I think all these characters will be black light and they'll be there in their boxes, and I'm fine with it. I might have to track myself down a black light Thor in the future, or maybe even a Carnage. We'll have to see.
If they're a thing.
If they're a thing, because I'm totally going to need any Marvel black light to be added to my collection. And I know that's what Funko is trying to do right now. They're hitting us where it hurts. They know Mando hurts. They know Thor hurts. They know Carnage hurts. And that's why they decided to blow our minds with all this shit. Well, what do you think about all of this? Did you like any of these Freddy Funkos? Did you love them? Let us know what you think about all the Freddy Funkos in the comment section down below.
Also, let us know your predictions in the comment section for what has not yet been leaked.
And by the way, what mascot box did you get? Let us know that in the comment section down below as well. And yesterday we screwed up really, really big. $7 a pop had a signature series today, and we got it completely wrong.
You got it completely wrong.
It turns out that today was Alexa Bliss from WWE. I'm sorry that I screwed that up, $7 a pop. We love you. Those Funko Pops are still up on 7bucksapop.com's website right now, so go buy yourself an Alexa Bliss. Well, I screwed up again. Sorry, Alexa Bliss sold out.
But the good news is they have a new signature series every single Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you go to 7bucksapop.com to check them out because they do a fantastic job. They always have really cool guests. I feel like there's been something for literally every collector so far, and they just continue to bring the heat.
In every video, we like to shout out to some of our patrons from Patreon. In this video, we'd like to shout out to Robert Offley, Craig Matthews, Mac the Ball, Celeste Crawford, Josh Swan, Shane Toner, Nikki Papadop, Bobby Donut, Frank Gast, and Toombs. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. We appreciate all of our patrons. You guys rock. All right, it's that time again. Remember, as always, we hunt together. Yes, we'll catch you next time.
Bye.